Cappy. All right, Cap. Let's get into this. What do we got for Cap? Ooh, these cards just flipped over. Okay, Nine of Wands, Eight of Swords, Scorpio Death card transformation. Let's just keep going here. You guys are most definitely up-leveling from something. This is like a full transformation. It's like a stripping of some egoic pattern. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles. So, Cap, that's your energy right there. So it's like you're stepping into your energy, or you're seeing the way forward. If you guys aren't yet, I feel like you guys need to get out into nature. Get a plant as well. I've been talking about that a bit in the readings today. It's been coming up. There's something, whenever I see this, I always think of Mother Nature, right? But I was discussing in one of the readings earlier about how watering a plant and taking care of a plant and just watching as it grows a new leaf is actually very profound, right? It's like you're assisting an expansion. You're assisting in evolution. You're assisting in feeding life. That's where we need to be. Some of you need to get out into nature, just spend some time around animals. I highly recommend getting bird feeders, guys, like hummingbird feeders. I got these 2 hummingbird feeders a few months ago, and I put them up in my backyard. And there's like all these different hummingbirds now. There was like just a few, those 4 particular hummingbirds, and when they came around, they were really little, like really tiny, you know, really small hummingbirds. They look really derpy when they're small too. And it wasn't even a couple weeks went by, and they turned into like these big, almost like birds. Huge, they look like big yellow cardinal birds. And then all of a sudden, another wave of babies came through, and then they grew up in another wave. We must be 6 or 7 waves in at this point, just a few months down the line. And I can't tell you guys how this has enriched my life. It's like you do stuff like this and money and opportunities flow to you because you're actually in alignment with Mother Nature. What else is there to be in alignment with? Nothing. Nothing. I feel like this is where you guys need to have your focus right now. The important things, the bigger things. Okay, what else? 7 of Swords. Isn't it crazy how we're talking about Mother Nature and then we see this energy coming at your sacral, right? And this is this energy of just like stealing your zest for life, stealing your creativity, sneaking away with it. But it's almost like you see it and you're like, what the fuck? And I feel like you guys are kind of at the point where it's just not even worth engaging with this energy because it keeps you trapped in this cycle, right? 2 of Pentacles. You're seeing now just even engaging with this energy at your solar plexus, 2 of Pentacles. This is what keeps you trapped. Your reaction to this energy is what keeps you trapped. It wants you to have that reaction. It wants to see you come out of pocket, right? Oh! Wow, 7 of Wands at the heart. It wants to see you come out of pocket, right? It wants to see you in this place of always having to defend yourself because then you're stuck there. When really I feel like the only thing to do here is just put the wand down and go, I'm so far above this. I'm going to go in my backyard and fill up my hummingbird feeders. You know, it's so funny too, guys, with the hummingbird feeders. These guys are pigs, man. They, every 3 days, I have 2 of them, and they're pretty good-sized hummingbird feeders. I fill them up every, I'd say 3 days. It's like, the reason why I'm saying this is because it's just really putting your focus on something else. See, there's like a bird sitting there on his shoulder, or on her shoulder. Directing your focus towards something organic that's of God. Because it's like these, see, here you are, right? And this energy is like, I wonder if Cappy saw me. I wonder if Cappy saw me sneaking away with this. And you're just like, you know what? I don't care. Take it all. Doesn't matter. I'm feeding my hummingbirds here, and this is what's going to bring in this abundance for me. And guys, your ancestors will show up in the hummingbirds. I cannot even emphasize this enough. Your ancestors, if you put out, so I put out offerings for my ancestors. I put out water. And I do other things too, you know. I won't get into all the details. It's kind of a personal process. But it's creating a process for yourself. For something that you can't really see on this three-dimensional plane, right? In this density. When you do stuff like this, it gives you this really hopeful faith. Hopeful faith, right? And it allows for this abundant energy to come through, which, honestly, I feel like it all just comes from Mother Nature. Okay, let's keep going here. What else for Cap? What else for Cap? So I just saw the Ace of Wands in reverse. I just saw the High Priestess. So it's like this energy doesn't want you, it wants you to be stuck. It doesn't want you to have any zest for life. It like wants to steal it from you. It's like as soon as you start to get some, it wants to take it from you or put you down or gaslight you. Or make you feel like you're, why does this Queen of Cups keep wanting to come out in reverse too? Second time at the throat. Yeah, there's like this real distorted feminine energy around you guys. Or this could have something to do with the way you guys are communicating. Well, yeah, I've been saying that. It's all about the way you communicate with this energy. Oh, wow. So this is the energy it wants you to be in. Queen of Cups reversed. King of Swords, wow, at the third eye. King of Swords is such a powerful card. Yeah, there's just like this illusion going on here, Cap. It's an illusion that wants you to react. This energy does not want you getting or becoming one with Mother Nature. This energy doesn't want you to have bird feeders. This is the kind of energy where you say, hey, I'm going to buy some bird feeders. They would say, oh, no, don't do that. There's going to be, bird shit everywhere if you do that. It's this kind of energy, right? And you're like, well, who cares? I'm feeding Mother Nature. Makes me feel better, you know? It's like we have a hose, you know? Hose down the backyard. I feel like the reason why they said that is because there's an energy around you guys that even the smallest things you want to do, like if you're like, you know, I just want to go out and get into nature, go hiking and blah, 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 it would be like, ew, who wants to do that? You're going to get bitten by some bugs and mosquitoes, you know, and then this energy's just sitting inside spraying themselves down with like, you know, some bug spray, right? God, bug spray is the worst stuff. I don't even use bug spray. I've started putting, I use a lot of essential oils. I even use them on my dog. Like peppermint. I use peppermint, lavender, lemongrass, and jasmine. I use the peppermint and lemongrass. I'll mix them together and put it all over my body. as soon as I get out of the shower, mostly my arms and legs, right, as like a natural bug repellent. I don't like killing things. Like if a mosquito bites me, then yeah, I gotta get him, you know? But I really don't like killing anything. So I try to do things in a natural way. So a lot of the time we can't avoid it. It's very difficult. Pests are pests, you know? But the lavender, like I'll put on my crown, I'll put on my third eye, I'll put it on my face. What it does to your skin is crazy. Like my skin is glowing. Somebody the other day said to me, they asked me if I was 25. I was like, sure, I'll take that, you know? And when I told them how old I was, they couldn't believe it. And I've always looked young for my age, but I really do attribute the essential oils to this. And then after I'm done rubbing that all over my body and stuff, before I wash my hands, I'll go and like rub it through my dog's fur, you know, as opposed to giving them these really toxic like things for parasites and stuff, or for fleas and ticks. That stuff is so bad for your animals. And if you're in an environment where you can get away with just using essential oils, I highly recommend it. I know in some parts of the world you really do need to put on that flea and tick stuff for your animals because it's, you know, they can be overwhelming. But to this day, I have yet to see anything like that on my animal. Okay, that was, I don't know why that just went down that road, but anyway. I feel like a lot of this is going to resonate with you guys out there. These are some different messages coming through than I usually channel. But it's necessary. Eight of Pentacles at the crown. This is really, there's a real Mother Nature thing going on here, guys. It's like working with Mother Nature, working with the hummingbirds, working, like just, okay, like at my house, there's like this owl, I've got all these hummingbirds, these crows. It's like a full-on zoo around my house, right? I live in the middle of nowhere, but there's just animals everywhere, and I communicate with them. I literally go out there, and I'll just start talking to them. You know, there's an owl that will sit on my back fence at night. He comes out at a very specific time, and I'll go out there and I'll talk to him. Or sometimes I just hear him hooing, you know, and I feel like that's him or her talking to me. And then sure enough, I'll have these messages come through, you know. And this white owl has been following me for a long time. It's probably not the same owl. But it's almost like he sends a message to another owl like, hey, yo, plutobean's going to be out in your area soon, so, you know, go hang out with him. That sort of energy. That's how I feel like the animals react. Because I always think about, like, leaving the hummingbirds and how sad that would be. And then I think about how they'll communicate to some other hummingbirds, and then I'll be in charge of taking care of some other hummingbirds, you know? This is how Mother Nature is. It doesn't matter where it is or where you are in the world. Mother Nature has a way of communicating down this... I really don't even know what words to put to it. It's like Mother Nature is communicating through the ethers no matter where we are. It's like we connect with Mother Nature and we pay it respect. We feed Mother Nature. We help Mother Nature. And then no matter where we are in the world, it's like Mother Nature's looking out for us. It's like you walk past a tree and the tree's like, hey, good job with those hummingbirds on the other side of the world. It's like this sort of thing. Oh, these messages are funny. Okay. Wow. Hierophant, Taurus. Cap, this is just really the energy that you guys need to get into. It's this Mother Nature guided by Spirit. It's like going into idol mode and just letting Spirit and Mother Nature guide you through this. Or it might just be a way for you to have the truth illuminated to you, like you have something to compare it to. It's like when I connect with Mother Nature, it has a real way of defining the other energies in my life that don't work for me. See, when you are in this giving place with Mother Nature, it gives you so much. it gives you so much. It's priceless. Like if you really connect, like really making, like putting it in your schedule, like it's in my schedule to feed the hummingbirds, you know? I make the you know, the stuff that I put in the hummingbird feeders, the sugar water. I have like my own ingredient of sugar water that I make for them that they really like. Chariot, Cancer energy. See how it's a very royal energy here? This is where Spirit wants you guys. This is how you bring in these manifestations, guys. Page of Cups. This guy's come out a couple times today. So this is like telling me, this, you could be dealing with a water sign, right? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But this is telling me, this is like this energy, when it sees you doing this, it's like, oh yeah, I could do that. Look, I got a fish in a cup. I feed the fish. And you're like, dude, there's a dead fish in that cup, okay? It's like this energy is trying to like pretend like it has a connection to Mother Nature. Oh, God. What a funny message. Okay. 4 of Cups at the heart. See, this is that energy coming in now. As it sees you doing this, and it's trying to sneak its way back into your life somehow to like hook you back into this karmic pattern that you've been trapped in with, that you've been trapped in it with for so long. Judgment at the throat. Like, I honestly feel if you guys just go out in nature and just ask questions, you're going to get your questions answered to you. Like, go and lay under a tree. You know, it's like, you go and do this, and this energy just, like, won't leave you alone. This is how you know. This is really just... There is a war going on, guys, spiritually speaking. And this is Cappy's... Cappy, this is your vantage point on it. This is what you guys are dealing with, right? Whereas all the signs are dealing with something similar, but we're all given slightly different missions. So, really, I always say this, that all my readings are for every sign. They're just, we're coming in at different points to get a different... It's like that sign is in charge of telling the story. I hope that makes sense. Temperance, Sag energy at the third eye. And I really feel like this is just you. Right? Or this is where Spirit wants you. Is in this place. Like, Temperance and Nine of Pentacles in Rider-Waite are very similar to me. Like, I get a similar energy. It's just like a very tempered, balanced, Mother Nature kind of energy. Like, Mother energy. Okay, what do we have the crown for, Cap? What else we got for Cappy? Nine of Swords at the crown. And this is that energy. It's almost like you do all this, and that opposing energy is like, what have I done? What have I done? I can't believe I acted this way. It's like the demon leaves. It's like the entity leaves this person or whatever this is. Because the demon or the entity realizes that you can see right through it. So the entity just leaves and leaves this, whatever this is like just a shell of a person. And they don't even know why they act the way they act. They don't even know why they act the way they act. Cappy, get yourself some hummingbird feeders. If you guys want to dig into this energy a little bit more, all the information is in the description below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And guys, thank you very much for your donations. I really do appreciate it. Talk to you soon, Cap. See ya.